Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am just wanting to play a little bit today with some resist techniques with watercolor, and so I thought I would just share it with you. I am going to do some heat embossing with a stamp, kind of like I did if you happen to see my Christmas tags. And this is super easy to do, but I'm just using this this stamp. That's like a background stamp. I think it came from Amazon, and I'll see if I can find it and link it if you're interested. And this is a Versamark ink pad. It's clear, and so it's also kind of sticky. And so what that does is hold the embossing powder down, just in case you haven't seen that before. But I am going to use just watercolor paper. This is cotton watercolor paper. Hang on, I'll show you. This Fluid 100 cold pressed, little 4x6 card. Let me see if I can. Okay, I was just looking to see if I could see the marks on there from this ink. I don't want like a solid, just flat stamped image. I like to kind of break them up and make it interesting. But I thought this clear crackle effect would be pretty cool behind. I think that that's actually absorbing down into the paper. I don't know. Let me see. So I'm just using some clear embossing powder. I don't know if this is going to work or not on this paper. I may have to use a different paper. Be sad if I messed up my little sheet here. All right, let me get a little something to dump this on. All right, so I just got this little tray. Could use this. Oh, it is sticking. Yay. You could just use a scratch piece of paper, fold it in half. Like put a crease in it is what I mean. Sorry, apparently I can't walk and talk at the same time. That is going to be really cool. I don't know if this is going to show up at all until I get some color on it. But this is going to make a really cool background. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm just going to heat emboss it, and then I will be right back. So I've melted the powder, and it is looking good. I know you guys can't see this, I'm sorry, but we'll get some color on it here in just a second. So I kind of want something that is splashy looking, maybe. It's kind of what I had in mind. So I just really want to put some water down. We'll start with a little bit of just random water puddles and see what happens. I'm also going to use this dagger brush. See if we can get some different looking marks. Really, I'm just playing. But I think we should all get plenty of playtime. Plus you're learning something, right? All right, let me quit putting water on there. That may be too much. All right, so I'm just using my little Daniel Smith palette I put together. A little custom palette. It's got all kinds of colors in it. This is phthalo turquoise. Wow. Such fun. I love doing wet on wet. Yes. I'm watching the color bleed out. Oh, guys, this is going to be awesome. I think it's just so fun to experiment with different textures and like resist techniques. I have some ideas of some stuff we'll try. So that looks really good. I like how it kind of, follows along, and it looks like, so I expected that clear powder to repel the watercolor, but it looks like it's absorbing it, which is interesting. So it's always fun to find those things out, right? I'm going to add just a little more water here and there. Make it some blooms. Those will be fun. If we can kind of get the color to move out. You know what? I have this crazy little tool that I made, a little mark making tool. I don't know if I should wet it or not, but I'm going to use that. See if we can get some, oh yeah. See if we can get some fun little marks. These little squigglies on there. Yeah, just do their own thing. I love that. That's looking good. Now, let's see. I wonder what happens when you put some water on it. That's okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks really good. We probably need to tilt it a little bit. Let me put some more. We might need a little more paint. Oh, there it goes. Let's see if y'all can see. This is just fun. And then you kind of learn how your different paints react with different products. I always like mixing stuff, mixing products, and I like taking supplies that were meant for, quote, meant for like mixed media type, paper arts and stuff like that, and playing with those. Like using stamps and watercolor and all those things together. To me, that's fun. All right, I'm going to use a little bit different color. I'm not sure exactly what kind of blue this is. That was on my palette over here. Let's get some Mayan blue. That's a really pretty Daniel Smith color. Oh, that's nice. So you could use, I chose the clear because I thought it was going to act a little different. But you could use white. You could also do like a gold or a silver. That would be great for like Christmas stuff. If you want to do a card front or gift tags or anything like that. I'm going to kind of tilt this a little bit and let it run. I really like the organic movement of watercolor. That to me is what makes it magic. So this is still that Mayan blue, just to give it a little variety. I don't know, we may go back in with another color. Like I said, we're probably going to get some blooms here, but sometimes those are fun. Just kind of tilting my page around, and sorry if I'm making you sick, seasick over here, but I just wanted to get some good movement. I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably get a big bloom right in the middle. It's really like all those fun marks that you can't, that don't look like they're made with a brush. That is really cool, though. I really like this. So I think this is going to be a fun technique to play with. I'll have to try again with some white and see if it resists. Okay, I'm going to let this dry and then we'll come back and play some more. So that is all dry. Let me show you this texture. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Yum scrum. I love it. So I think I've been looking at this and I thought, I can't really, I don't have any ideas to do anything else to it until I flipped it over. So I think I like it this direction, and it kind of gives a starburst kind of a pattern, I guess. So I think what I'm going to do is get some white paint. I'm just using this fluid acrylic paint. You could use any white paint or gouache. You could even use gesso. And I do use that sometimes. And I'm going to take a fan brush, I think. And I just want to add some white, I don't know, kind of frothy type bits. That's pretty, that looks good. I don't want to go overboard, which I do a lot. Okay. So I was thinking maybe about some white splatters. Let me get a towel or something because I get a little bit crazy with the splatters sometimes. I've got a bunch of stuff right back here that wind up getting covered. Okay. let's just see what happens. I might need to add water. Well, let me add a tiny bit of water. Yeah. Just trying to get a little movement. Okay, that's all right. It's cool. Okay. I was hoping to get a little more, yeah, something like that, like splashes or waves. I don't know, that fine spray may have just coated everything. I don't know. But I think that using that technique could make really fun backgrounds, like for cards or abstracts or whatever you like. Maybe we can get a little movement, give it some sort of, I don't know, we'll call it composition. But this is just for play. Okay. All right, I turned the camera back on because I started playing with it again. And I thought it needed a little more contrast. So I started adding a little more of that phthalo blue. And then that paint is acting as a resist. So I think I am going to take it, put that paint on there, the watercolor, oh yeah, and then spray it and let it run. That way maybe we can get a little more of that turquoise in there and we'll have a better contrast. That is cool. And we're getting some bleeding over there. That looks good. If we can get this to move a bit. Okay, I'm not liking this at all, guys. Well, I'm not going to say at all. I really do like it as a background, but I'm not happy with what's going on. So I think I'm going to take a stencil and kind of put another layer on top. Just going to go over with some more of that white paint and a sponge. This is just like a makeup tool type of sponge. And see if we can get something else that we like better. Let's see, which way do we need to go? Sometimes it's just, you're just not feeling it, you know? Not that there's, I don't know, anything wrong with it. I just not happy with it. That's definitely your prerogative to change up what you know, change your mind. And then this may not work out at all. I may hate it. That's okay too. I'm gonna hate it. Yep. Gonna hate that. So this video is probably not gonna see public realm, especially because I'm over here making a hot mess. Okay. I have not given up hope just yet. So if this video makes it to YouTube, then this is just a good lesson on what to do when you don't like your work, when it's not turning out like you want it to. I think this needs more contrast. So I've got a little stencil here, and just going to add some of this Blick paint. It's a deep blue, dark deep blue or something. I think the contrast will help make something pop, and it probably just doesn't have enough layers, which is usually what happens when I don't like something that I'm working on. A lot of times I find that when I want to give up and I'm about ready to scrap it, then either walk away for a minute and look at something else for a little while and come back. That's usually helpful. Sometimes taking a picture with your camera and looking at it like that helps out. That's going to wind up looking like a flower. But I am determined. And we might see, it just evolves from what I was originally thinking into something else. So now that I have this here, I feel like I'm going to have to add some of it in other places because it just is looking like a sore thumb right there. I don't know. I don't use this stencil very often. I get a little more movement than just that one little spot. Okay, that's a little something. I got something going here. Maybe we'll come down around here somewhere and repeat it a third time. All right. See what kind of mess we have now. Now that's not too bad. I feel like we've actually got something going now. Okay. So I think I really want to put gold on it. I love the way blue and gold look together. Okay, I do think I am going to go in with my gold ink. I feel like it needs a little pop of something just to finish it off. So I'm going to do, woo, some dots in there. And I kind of want to connect these lines. Hmm. This is going in the trash. It's definitely trash. This is so funny because now I really like it. Isn't that crazy? It just needed more layers. And so it totally evolved from my first expectations, what I thought it would look like, into something that was very different, but I really like it. I love the pop, that dark blue with the gold on top. Just love that. And the crackle in the background. Just had to work through the ugly middle layers. And a lot of times that's what happens. This has happened to me time and time again. And it's just really hard for me to do on camera, and share with everybody. But I just hope that this helps somebody uh, just continue to pursue, just push through. When you don't love something, just keep pushing. And anyway, I hope maybe you got a new technique or two out of this and it encourages you to push through the ugly layers. And so, anyway, I hope that was somewhat helpful. And I appreciate all the likes and subscribes, guys. Keep them coming. And I love hearing from you in the comments. So let me know what you thought. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.